All right, here we go. WNBA's officials exposed blatantly cheating for A'ja Wilson. I mean, this is blatant cheating. Breanna Stewart pissed off about it after the game, and she was had to speak to the...
Welcome back to the channel, buddy. If you thought the professional basketball world was finally about to settle down, think again. This weekend delivered one of the wildest, most unpredictable, and most talked about stretches the league has seen in a long time.
And this is what you guys do. Come on, man. The fix is in. They are just trying to give A'ja Wilson everything at this point. They are literally trying to give her everything. Jonquel Jones, no one on the Liberty is close to her with the ball. Look at that. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. WNBA refs. I want an investigation. Okay? Enough is enough. Like, the cheating has to stop. She's a great player without the refs being in her back pocket. That's just how I feel. She's a great enough player without having the refs in her back pocket. And of course, let me see. She shoots another 11 free throws. I mean, the girl shoots 11, 12, 13, 14 free throws a game. She's getting calls like this. Breanna Stewart, not happy about it in the post game.
On one side of the country, Portland became the center of absolute chaos. Fans witnessed a historic, record-setting performance, while one of the league's most talked-about players walked into a loud, hostile arena and answered the non-stop boos in the biggest way possible. The tension never let up for a single moment. Meanwhile, across the country, another story completely took over the basketball world. A controversial officiating decision in the closing seconds has fans arguing everywhere. The matchup between the New York Liberty and the Las Vegas Aces ended with a referee call that immediately sparked heated debate, and Breanna Stewart did not hold back during the post-game press conference as she shared her frustration.
White said, "Hey, slow it down, man. We got to get Kelsey Mitchell this 20-point game real quick." And Kelsey Mitchell just kept shooting until she got that 20-point. We have to keep the streak alive. Oh boy. Caitlin Clark with her fourth career triple-double, 26 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell, 13 straight games with 20-plus points, tied with Diana Taurasi for the second longest streak. She is now looking at A'ja Wilson. She has a good amount of games to go to get the A'ja Wilson 20-point game streak. But Kelsey Mitchell, she is on her way there. Before we get into the highlights, let's check the box score. Like I said, Indiana Fever.
Did the officials make the right decision in the biggest moment of the game? Should the final play have been called differently? Those questions have split fans from every side, and people are still debating what really happened. We're breaking down the huge performances, the biggest talking points, and the moments everyone can't stop discussing, so don't miss a second of this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's jump right into this unbelievable story. First, we're heading to Portland, Oregon, where the Indiana Fever arrived at the Moda Center to take on the Portland Fire. Long before the opening tip, the energy around this matchup was already through the roof. Outside the arena, a large pregame rally drew plenty of attention following recent public comments made by Fever guard Sophie Cunningham about transgender athletes. Emotions were running high, and fans made their feelings known throughout the build-up to the game. Then, midway through the first quarter, Cunningham checked into the action, and the entire Moda Center exploded with a wave of loud reactions. But they were definitely not cheering for her buddy. The moment Sophie Cunningham checked into the game, the Portland crowd showered her with loud boos that echoed throughout the entire arena. The pressure inside the building was intense, and plenty of players would have struggled in that kind of atmosphere. So how did Cunningham respond when it felt like the whole arena was against her? She didn't hesitate for a second. Instead of letting the noise get to her, Cunningham leaned right into the moment. Just moments after hearing the crowd's reaction, she caught the ball, squared up with confidence,
came out hot, 27 points in the first quarter, 29 points in the second quarter, 34 points in the third quarter, and that fourth quarter rolls around. Woo! That fourth quarter rolled around. I did think in that fourth quarter, Caitlin Clark we were triple-double hunting. We were triple-double hunting. She could have had 30. She could have had an easy 35 if she wasn't triple-double hunting and looking for assists that Aaliyah Boston continued to pass up. Oh, wow. Great pass from Caitlin Clark to Aaliyah Boston. And Aaliyah Boston does a hockey assist to Kelsey Mitchell. Oh, nice pass. Caitlin Clark finding Aaliyah Boston. And Aaliyah Boston gives the ball to Kelsey Mitchell. Yeah, we saw too many of that, especially in the second half. Kelsey Mitchell, 26 points on 21 shots.
And knocked down a huge three-pointer that stretched Indiana's early lead to 14-8. It was an instant answer that grabbed everyone's attention. Cunningham stayed aggressive from there and never backed away from the spotlight. She kept her composure, played with confidence, and finished with an important 13 points that helped keep the Fever in control throughout the game. While much of the attention was on the crowd's reaction to Cunningham, another player was putting together a performance that had everyone talking for a completely different reason. We have to talk about Caitlin Clark because what she continues to do on the basketball court is remarkable. Opposing teams keep searching for ways to slow her down, but against the Portland Fire, she delivered another outstanding offensive performance.
Honestly, today, we lost, we lost by 5, and there's things that we could have done different, and there's calls that could have gone our way.
Yeah, there's definitely calls. There's definitely calls that could have gone your way. There's definitely, I saw a major call with that ref cheating that could have went your way. WNBA got to get it together, man.
But the fact that we were fighting, we were in it for 40 minutes, and it's hard to have improvement off of a loss, but I want to say this is improvement because it's we didn't have to dig ourselves out of a hole. We didn't have to do all these things. We were just playing basketball. We were playing basketball against a good team, and they made more plays than us. And sometimes that's the way it goes. And now we move on and we look forward to Saturday.
Thanks, everyone.
Was that out of bounds in the fourth quarter? Did you have a good look on that?
Yeah, I did. So did Asia. She was walking back to half court.
With their.
Did you hear that? She says, so did Asia. She was walking back to half court. Crazy. Crazy work, man. Crazy work.
Star power and scoring ability. You try to pick and choose where we think we can win some of the battles. And yes, she didn't have a great first half, maybe scoring wise, but Young does. So this is a really tough team playing here, third time this season. We had a chance to win. We gave ourselves a chance, and I'm really happy with the way the group fought back, and we were pretty resilient. And again, we had a chance at that.
And then just your spark off the bench over there.
I see a starter.
Clark controlled the pace, created opportunities all over the floor, and helped lead the Indiana Fever to an impressive 112-98 victory. That win also marked the team's 5th straight victory, and their offense continues to look incredibly dangerous. The numbers from Clark's performance made an already impressive night even bigger. She finished with 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists, recording another triple-double that added to her growing list of accomplishments. Buddy, that was the 4th triple-double of Caitlin Clark's career. To put that into perspective, she is now tied with Sabrina Ionescu for the 3rd most triple-doubles in league history, reaching that milestone in just 78 career games. It's a pace that has basketball fans everywhere paying close attention, and she continues to build one of the most impressive starts to a professional career in recent memory. With that incredible performance, Caitlin Clark added another historic milestone to her growing resume. She became the fastest player in league history to reach 1,500 career points and 650 career assists.
Points, 3 rebounds for Michaela Timpson. Outside of Caitlin Clark, I gotta say this. Outside of Caitlin Clark, I might have the most faith in Michaela Timpson to make a layup on this team. No bullshit. No bullshit. Outside of Caitlin Clark, I might have the most faith in Michaela Timpson to make a run-of-the-mill fundamental layup. To finish around the rim, even in traffic. Michaela Timpson right behind Caitlin Clark in terms of my faith in them. Ty Harris didn't really do much today, but I don't really expect Ty Harris to do much. She wasn't really a negative on the floor today, so I will give Ty Harris that. Let's take a look at some of the footage, shall we? Impossible angle. This pass is nasty. Look at this dime. Look at this dime. Caitlin Clark, head up. Kelsey cuts. Look at this. In between, she's passing in between 3 players before the ball even leaves her hand, and then whoop. It passes a 4th by the time it gets to Kelsey. Caitlin Clark made a pass to Kelsey Mitchell that passed 4 Portland Fire players before it got to Kelsey Mitchell's hands. Nasty work for CC22. Caitlin Clark.
The previous record belonged to WNBA legend Sue Bird, who reached that mark in 116 games. Clark got there in just 78 games, breaking the record by an amazing 38 games and adding another eye-catching achievement to her already remarkable start. Indiana took complete control in the third quarter, stretching its lead to 18 points and putting Portland under serious pressure. The Fire battled hard and made a late push in the fourth quarter, but every time the momentum started to shift, Clark stayed calm under pressure. In the final minute, she stepped to the free throw line and knocked down clutch shots that helped secure the Fever's 112-98 victory. Now the focus shifts to a completely different story that had the basketball world talking all weekend. While the Fever were celebrating in Portland,
Caitlin Clark creates space and buries a deep 3. I love that little skip dribble she does as she sizes up her opponents. Up, in between, step back, 3, right in your face. You ain't guarding that. You ain't guarding that. And you know what? She lets them know right after. She lets them know, you can't guard that shit. You can't guard that. In that first half,
Liberty superstar Breanna Stewart, who put up a massive 26 points and 11 rebounds herself, was absolutely furious regarding the conclusion of the game.
Another dramatic matchup between the New York Liberty and the Las Vegas Aces ended with a controversial sequence that quickly became one of the biggest talking points across the league. These two championship contenders delivered a game that lived up to the hype from the opening tip until the final seconds. Every possession mattered, and neither team gave the other much breathing room. In the end, the Aces held on for a narrow 104-99 win. But the final score wasn't the only thing fans were discussing after the buzzer sounded. Much of the conversation centered on a late officiating decision that sparked widespread debate across social media and sports shows. Here's what happened in the closing moments. With 17.9 seconds left, Las Vegas held a slim 98-95 lead. Aja Wilson, who had already put together a dominant performance with 33 points and 10 rebounds, attacked the basket while being defended by Jonquel Jones. During the drive, the ball came loose and rolled out of bounds, creating an immediate moment of confusion. Many viewers believed the ball had last touched Wilson, which would have given possession to New York and an opportunity to tie the game with a 3-pointer. However, the officials ruled that the ball went off the Liberty instead, giving possession back to Las Vegas. The decision immediately became a major point of debate, with fans offering different opinions after watching the replays. That ruling also left New York in a difficult position. The Liberty had already used their coach's challenge earlier in the game, so they were unable to ask for another review of the out-of-bounds call. That detail only added more frustration as the tense finish continued to unfold. Because the Liberty had already used their coach's challenge earlier in the game, they had no way to request another review of the out-of-bounds decision. The officials' ruling stood, and Las Vegas kept possession. Moments later, Jackie Young was fouled, calmly made her free throws, and the Aces closed out the victory. Liberty star Breanna Stewart, who finished with an impressive 26 points and 11 rebounds, made it clear after the game that she disagreed with the late decision. During the post-game press conference, she didn't hide her frustration when reporters asked about the controversial sequence. When Stewart was asked if she believed the call was incorrect, she answered with confidence, saying, "Yeah, I did. So did Aja. She was walking back to half court." That comment immediately grabbed attention across the basketball world. Stewart's point was that Wilson's reaction suggested she expected the ball to go the other way, and fans quickly began debating whether the officials got the call right after watching the replays from different angles. The discussion spread everywhere, with supporters from both teams sharing completely different opinions. Some argued the officials missed a critical call that affected New York's comeback chances, while others believed the ruling was correct or simply too close to overturn. Either way, the ending became one of the biggest stories of the weekend. What a weekend it has been for the league. On one side, Caitlin Clark continued rewriting the record books, while Sophie Cunningham answered a hostile crowd with confident play and timely shooting. On the other, the Liberty and Aces delivered a dramatic finish that has everyone still talking because of one controversial officiating decision. Now it's your turn. Do you think the officials made the correct call in those final seconds, or should New York have been awarded possession? And where do you rank Caitlin Clark's season compared to some of the greatest individual seasons in league history? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you're enjoying these in-depth WNBA breakdowns, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next big story. We'll be back soon with more basketball news, highlights, and the biggest moments from around the league.